Alright guys, so I've been having a problem with my little baby kiwi saplings going dry on me before I can get back here to the greenhouse to water them. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to prevent that from happening. Give it extra time before they dry out. What I'm doing here is I'm stuffing in some Spanish moss into these babies, into their pots. What I'm doing here is you got to be really careful. You know, you don't want to crush your plant. It's a painstakingly, slow process, but you want to get it all nice and bunched up so that way you can stick it in there and try to keep it from, I'm doing this one-handed now, but I've been using a paintbrush to kind of get it back in there, to kind of, keep the strands away from crushing the plant and or the seedling. It's not quite a plant yet, and yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this. This is these, like I said, these are the kiwi little babies. They're really, really pretty little seedlings. And these are pomegranate. I have a bunch of, well, I drip sweat on my phone and it cut off. That's okay, I'll be able to edit it together later. These are the baby pomegranates. I got a bunch of them. I've actually got some under here with my dragon fruit that I've got under a blue LED light. And let me tell you what, man, these plants, they love that blue LED. That blue wavelength is like the best wavelength you can get on a plant. You still want to give them a little sun, here and there, but if you can get a blue LED, a really bright one, like an aquarium LED like that, that's really good for your plants. So I've got it set up. I got it, let me zoom back out. I got it set up here. It's kind of a goofy setup, but hey man, it works. Anyway, I got a bunch of Spanish moss here. I live in Florida. We got a lot of Spanish moss. If you don't got Spanish moss, you can't get Spanish moss. You can use your wood chips. With little babies, I would recommend breaking it up real good, getting the smallest pieces that you can, so that way, like I said, you don't crush your saplings, seedlings, whatever you want to call them. I've only got two hands here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this stuff, I'm gonna ball it up pretty good, so that way I can stuff it in here. I'll stuff it right up next to that plant. I'm gonna push it in there real good. And I'm gonna rip up some more, get it nice and wadded up again, and I'm gonna keep doing that until I get this thing filled up good enough that it's going to retain moisture a lot longer. And I'm going to do the same thing to that one. So these are my my earliest papayas, and they're doing really good. I actually need to get them all into some bigger pots. You can tell that they've really filled up their pots. The leaves on these things, when they fall off, that's perfectly normal. That's what they do. They don't actually have branches, so they just grow their leaves, and then like this, they pop right off. See that? And it's good to go ahead and leave them in the soil because they will provide nutrients. Look at that. It just pops right off. That one too. So it's actually good to do that. Go ahead and take them off because they're going to continue to take energy from your plant, and you want all that energy to go into growing a good root system and growing a nice stalk. So what I do on these is I'll bend them up, and if they pop off, they're ready to come off, you know. If they don't, like that one's good to go. You can leave it. If your plant's been damaged and you got leaves like this, even if they don't pop off when you bend them up, you go ahead and pop them bad boys off, and it'll help your plant regenerate. These are also some of my earliest papayas, some of my nicest actually. My nicest are at my grandma's house. I can't believe it that they're still going, man. I planted those things when they were about 2 inches tall in the ground, just to get them out of a pot that had a mango in it. I didn't want them taking nutrients from my mango. So that one's kind of messed up. It got abandoned for a while. That's why those leaves are damaged. But the new leaves are looking good, so it's all right. Anyway, they're huge. I'll add a picture when I edit this thing somewhere in this area. But they look amazing. But I just wanted to add these in here too. It won't be too long before they fruit. I'm not exactly sure how long it's been. It's been probably 5 months or so. I got to get these things in some bigger pots though, that's for sure. That one's in a pretty good sized pot, but these are not. I need to get them in about a gallon. So you can see that stalk is real nice. So look at them new leaves. That's what it's all about right there. Some new leaves. All right, that's about it for this video. Oh yeah. All right, so that's what it looks like when you're all said and done. These ones here, my pomegranates, I really didn't have to do it because, as you can see with this one, I've got quite a bit of mulch in there, and they have no problem staying nice and moist. I love that word. Throughout, the week when I'm not around. All of my mangoes, oh, they're beautiful, ain't they? They've all got, wood chips in them as well. Not only will keep them wet longer, keep the roots wet so they have plenty to drink, but it will feed them for a long time because that wood breaks down into, nutrients for them. So that's really good. I've got, look at these bad boys, these Cypress. I just started them, man, not too long ago. I put a video out on, starting these seeds, and these are those seeds. I've been keeping them under the blue LED, here and there too, so that's why they're kicking ass so much. Oh no, I apologize. I'm wrong about that. These are those seeds. I did a video on these. I'm still waiting for them to pop. I did a video on these. These are my grandpa's lime tree. I took cuttings off of my grandpa's lime tree, and I'm trying to clone them. He planted that lime tree over 10 years ago in his backyard, and he loved growing things like I do, and he passed away back in 2021. So I'm gonna try to get his lime tree growing. This is actually seeds from one of his limes. I just put them in the soil yesterday, and that's about it. I've got a pretty cool idea here of keeping these going without getting the roots all tangled up. This is my latest thing I've been doing. I just actually sent one of these to a friend of mine up in New Jersey, and I love these things. When they get bigger, they're gonna look so cool. I've got 3 of these things braided together. These are baby papayas, and as they get older, I'm gonna keep twisting them up, and man, they are gonna look amazing. They're gonna look something just wicked, kind of like bamboo. If you ever seen that bamboo get twisted up. This here is a cutting I took off of off of my guava tree, or guava, however you say it. It seems to be doing pretty well. And these things here, these are my other dragon fruit that I started from seed probably about a month ago. I believe I did a video on them as well. This is kind of like an update video, you know. I want to see if I can't get a better view of these. Oops, I don't want to do that. These dragon fruit in here, because these are the other. I already showed you them, but man, these things are looking. I'm shaky as hell. I'm sorry. These things are looking so good. They've doubled in size since I started. Since I started using the blue light. Just look at them. Turning into full cactus. I love it. It'd be a while for these things fruit, but hey, you know, it's worth it for me, I think, to grow from seed. To know that I've grown something from seed, and if I can keep it going until it fruits, man, that's amazing. I think that's a great feat. I got some avocados here, avocado seeds. And I got this one sprouting. You can see the root down in there. This one's sprouting. You can see the root right there sticking out. That one will be going in soil soon. That one's sprouting. Yep, you can see that root right there. And this one is sprouting. You can see that root. This round one here is the latest one I put in here, and I'm not getting anything yet. You can tell when they're starting to sprout because they'll start cracking. That's how you know that they're doing good. And I'm working on another video here. It's gonna be a long time before it comes out because I'm gonna do like a time-lapse type deal on what I got in this pot, and I can't tell you what that is. That's gonna be a secret once I get that video out. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate everybody watching. As always, check back with me next time and we'll see what happens.